Alright, so hey there everyone. We're back again with another video, and my wife, being the best wife that she is, picked up an original DS for me, and it's this electric blue one. So I just wanted to make a quick video comparison between the original DS, which is this one, compared to the DSi, which was the last one that was made. So we're just going to go around each console and see the differences and how they compare and contrast to one another. So starting with the original DS, as you can see, it's got a beveled top to it, and the hinge on the original one is based off the Game Boy Advance SP, and it had some problems with breaking. If we turn it to the bottom, we could see that the original DS and the DS Lite had Game Boy Advance slots in them. So that was kind of a cool option that they provided on the original and the DS Lite. Right next to that is the volume slider and the headphone jack on the right hand side. And come around to the bottom, that's your battery cover, that's your serial number information, and then over here, if we flip it around, you can see where the stylus is, and we'll compare each stylus. Alright, and then you got your L and your R button, and your DS slot is on the top. Okay, now if we open it up, you can see here your directional pad, A, B, X, and Y, your start and your select button, and your power button. People had problems playing games, I guess, really intensely and accidentally hitting the power button mid gameplay, and it turned off on them. Down here is your microphone. Alright, so that's a look at the original DS. We'll go ahead and look at the DSi. Alright, the first big thing you notice is this is flat compared to the original DS. Also, you see a camera there. The camera was like a big selling point for this specific model. The hinge has changed significantly, and I guess it prevented that breaking problem they had on the original DS. We flip it to the bottom of the console, and you see they did away with the Game Boy Advance port, which was kind of a bummer because that's half the library just taken away. You can also see your headphone jack. You flip it to the bottom. It's just the serial number. You can see your stylus is on the side this time instead of being at the top. The stylus on the DSi was way bigger. And I can show you right now the difference. Here's the side-by-side comparison of the two. The original the original DS is skinny and shorter, and the DSi, they increased it in circumference and length, making it much more comfortable to use. Going back to the DS, they kept the DS slot on the top. Flipping it around to the side, they added an SD card for removable storage. On the other side, instead of having a volume slider, they added volume buttons. So it's just an up and down volume, which I kind of prefer the slider. It's more, you could precise tune the volume with the slider compared to the buttons. And then looking at the top, you got your R and your L button, but if you look at them, there's a camera on either one of them. So if you pressed the R and the L buttons at the main menu, it would bring up the camera for you. Also, I could bring back the original DS. Looking at the charging ports, that one is completely different than the original one. And once they made this one for the DSi, they continued to use it for the 2DS and the 3DS models after it. Opening it back up, you still have your A, B, X, Y, but instead of having start and select at the top, they moved it down here to the bottom, start and select. Also, they removed that power button from the top when people were playing and accidentally hitting it. They put it down here on the bottom. Alright, so now we will compare the user interface on each console. So I'll turn them on at the same time. 1, 2, 3. DSi was just a little bit quicker. Right off the bat, you can see that the DSi is just a little bit brighter. So we'll touch the screen on the DS, and we'll take a look at this menu to begin with. So as you can see, you have a calendar and a clock on the top screen. And on the bottom screen, starting from top to bottom, you have your DS game, Picto Chat on the left, DS Download Play on the right, and your Game Boy game on the bottom. Now this menu is probably one of the most simple, most easy menus to navigate. The only problem is, once you click on an application, in order to go back to the main menu, you have to turn the console off and turn it back on to pick something else. So if you were playing a DS game and you wanted to play a Game Boy Advance game, you'd have to save your game, turn it off, turn the console back on, and then click on Game Boy Advance. But as you can see, you can play Game Boy Advance games, which was a really nice touch for the original DS. So if you were playing Pokemon Ruby and you wanted to play Pokemon Diamond, you would have to turn off the console, turn it back on, and then click on the DS game. But it's a nice, simple, easy menu to navigate, and a lot of people liked it. The other thing is, the original DS, the ergonomics of this console were more suited for, adult hands, whereas the DS Lite and the DSi were kind of smaller, more compact, and they were more suited, I guess, towards children. So now we'll look at the DSi menu. On the DSi menu, it has this like white noise background going on, and as you can also see, it has applications, different applications to use. So like your system settings, the game you're going to play, the camera, DSi sound, the DSi shop, which you could purchase DSi ware and DSi games. They kept the download play, Picto Chat. There was also new, which was a web browser, Flipnote Studio, and DSi and Internet, which at that time was probably really poor. But this was just a side-by-side comparison of the two consoles. Just wanted to show you guys the difference, and I just wanted to thank my wife for getting me the original DS. So thanks for watching, guys. Till the next time, bye.